Welcome to the French Wedding Podcast with your host Naïm, the only podcast in English about weddings in France. Great conversations, tips and insights about your French wedding, some wisdom before your big day, and the opportunity to hear wedding professionals actually living and working in France, only for your day to be the most amazing to remember.
Hello everyone and welcome to the French Wedding Podcast. Greetings from France. This is the place where we're recording this show. I'm Naïm, professional ceremony officiant based in my hometown, Paris, and I created this show especially for future brides and grooms willing to get married in Paris or anywhere in France. Each episode is an occasion to meet a main actor of the industry, can be a vendor such as a wedding planner, hair and makeup artists, bridal salon, videographer, venue owner, bloggers, you name it. This show exists to bring you some insight about how people do things in France regarding the wedding industry, but we also share funny stories, things to know, and special memories when we happen to work together on the very same wedding. After 10 years working in advertising and public relations for the luxury industry, she decided to change the course of her career and started her own travel agency. She now combines her passion for France and her expertise in project management and events for high-end customers to provide the very best to her couples. Her French accent is to die for, so please welcome Marie on the French Wedding Podcast. Marie, welcome to the show.
Hi, Naïm. Thank you.
Thanks for being here and thanks for sharing your time with us and the audience. I would like to know a bit more about you and your path. How did you start it?
Yes, sure. So thanks for having me. My name is Marie. I am 33 years old. I live in Paris. I grew up near Paris, near Versailles Palace, and I studied advertising and PR. And I changed my career a year and a half ago. I run now a travel agency called The French Travel.
So you are now a luxury DMC in France, a luxury DMC, which is a destination management company. Can you explain to the audience what do you do exactly?
Yes, I specialize in romantic trips in France, mainly in Paris. So I organize like honeymoon, or elopement or proposal trips in Paris and in France. And I can help with everything like flights, accommodations, activities, and everything which is part of the trip.
Okay, so you are more like you tailor the client needs straight away, like they're asking you what they want, but you can also propose them some unique itineraries or exclusive experience.
Exactly. I craft very bespoke trips according to the client's personalities, for example. First of all, I ask them what they want to see, what they want to leave, what they are interested in. And then I suggest them a very detailed road book, let's say. And I can include anything. If someone would like to run every morning, then I can book, a coach to run with him and discover Paris. And obviously, I can organize romantic dinners by the Seine River. And I work with partners that can be in charge of the ceremony itself if they want to get married here, for example. So it is basically a travel agency that covers every aspect of the trip.
How did you came up to this industry? You were working in PR before, right?
Well, I was happy. I learned so much working for champagne brand and then for a tech company. But during PR, I was not very familiar with clients. So I was missing a direct client relationship. And I wanted to be able to talk to my clients directly, to make them leave something unique. And I thought that because I speak Spanish, Italian, and English, that maybe I could do something in the tourism industry. It was just an idea. And then for a year, I became a tour guide.
In Paris?
In Paris, yeah, for Americans.
Okay.
I loved showing my city. I thought that people were very enthusiastic. And actually, I was like, oh, it's great because they are having fun, but it's also good for me because they make me love my city even more. And some of them told me when I was a guide, oh, well, that's a great experience, but we would have loved to know you before, to prepare the trip,
Okay.
to avoid touristy place and to just to get a better plan for the trip. That's why I thought I should launch my own travel agency and be the friend that I didn't have before and help them setting everything up.
Wow, that's a beautiful idea. So it came up from nothing and you had no experience basically in travel and tourism.
No, I had experience in events because I was used to build events from scratch, but not in the travel environment.
And now you have your own travel agency, which is working well. Congratulations. I think it's a great idea for coming
Thank
from
you.
just an idea and building it from nothing. Congratulations. So when you're, because this is a wedding podcast, obviously we like travel, but we like to focus on weddings. What can you propose to our audience, which consists of bride to be and groom to be? You said elopements, you said weddings as well. How do you work? What do you do? Drive me through the organization process.
Well, I can offer 3 types of romantic trips. And let's start with the honeymoon.
Okay.
So I will list them before. So honeymoon, elopement, and proposal trip.
Okay.
Regarding the honeymoon, I craft everything from the departure of your place. If you live, I don't know, in Australia or US or anywhere in the world, of course, and I will be able to book your accommodation according to your budget, to where you want to be. I will also obviously advise you on where you should be in Paris, what you should see. And sometimes the grooms and bride, they say that they want to visit Paris, but also another part of France. So I can organize a transfer to, for example, Champagne, and visit the vineyards and enjoy a very romantic lunch in the middle of the vineyards.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's really nice. And everything around the trip. For honeymoon, it's basically 100% of traveling and discovering France. Whereas for the elopement or the proposal trip, I can also offer a logistic, including your service, Naim, with an officiant, including somebody that will help with makeup and hair.
Right. All the vendors.
Exactly.
Great.
So I have very trustful partners like you and others in Paris.
Mhm.
So for someone that really want to rely on all-inclusive vendor, then I am the one they need, because I can book their flight, but also book their singer for their proposal.
Yeah.
I have all types of vendors around the wedding industry.
Yeah, so you're like even better than a wedding planner because you also take them from their location. Like you're dealing with them from their door to the French door.
Yes, but I respect a lot the wedding planner job, because
course.
they are the one that deals with the logistics and stuff. But I work closely with them
Mhm.
so that I can offer a package that includes everything. Sorry.
Organizing all the logistics, technical planning trips, timeline, schedules, and everything for basically for the people to just enjoy and take their time in Paris together.
Yeah, you got it.
That's really good. So that was the first or the second option. I forgot.
Yeah, honeymoon was the first.
There you go.
Yeah, if they want to discuss, sometimes the groom and brides, they have more than 10 days, then it's just fabulous, and I can show them, I don't know, Nice on the French Riviera, and there is not only Paris in France.
Yeah, tell us a bit more about this, because obviously I am based in Paris and talk a lot with vendors from Paris, but I also realized that we have a big country and it's not only France, it's not only Paris. What do you like? Which regions do you recommend for people who don't know France?
Well, it's a tricky question, because obviously I'm in love with Brittany, which is my region. All my family is there, but I love, I don't know, Alsace in the east of France when you come for Christmas.
Beautiful.
Yeah, French Riviera is very nice for those who love beaches, sunny weather. The food is really good, and I have partners that can teach you how to cook a real soca, which is the specialty there.
I realize after so many years outside the country, coming back to France, that we have the most amazing country in the world.
I agree with you.
We have so many different, I mean, it's true. It's not only promotion. We have so many different regions, as you say, Brittany, which I also have family in Brittany. I spent a lot of time there in my childhood. Normandy as well, French Riviera, which is more like sunny in the south. But it's so different. The landscape is really, really different, and I think it's important to have people like you to show all the various difference in the country.
Yeah, last year I had a couple. They came for their honeymoon and they had 10 days. They wanted to spend at least 5 in Paris, and then they wanted to surf for the 5 other days. And they say, well, we would love to surf in Marseille. We heard a lot about Marseille. I said, no, that's the wrong place. Marseille is really nice, but you would love to go in Biarritz instead, which is a southwest. And so it was a funny honeymoon for me to organize because I booked a surf class in Biarritz, and they visited this region. They loved it, and they will come back for Marseille, but for other reasons.
Yeah, maybe for quiet waves instead of the Atlantic Oceans in
That's
Biarritz.
right.
Was you working with international clientele?
Yes, I have never worked with French clients. But 80% of my clients were from the US. And let's say 20% out of Canada and Australia.
Are you working with the Asian market as well?
Asian market? No. Why not?
Not yet?
No, I have no connection so far.
Because I realized there's a lot of love coming from the Asian people or Paris and the French culture.
Absolutely.
So I think it's great to connect with them as well. Talking about the local experience that you're proposing to the bride and grooms, you said you can organize restaurants, you can organize cooking class, you can organize surfing class. What else do you propose in general?
It is tailored. Yeah. Well, because I'm a travel agency, I have many contacts in many different environments. Obviously, food is one of the main point of interest of France, according to me.
Absolutely.
Yes, and I'm a big foodie. For if someone book my service for a proposal trip, for example, then I can organize the proposal, I don't know, in a rooftop with a view on the Eiffel Tower. And the following day, when the emotions are down, I can book a ride in a very French car, a Citroën DS.
Oh, amazing.
All types of services. It depends of what the clients love. And if I don't know any good partner, I will be honest and I will tell the couple. But in general, because of my previous job, I have a good network in Paris specifically.
Okay, and when you do private tours in Paris, you do it yourself or is it someone else who's doing it, one of your partners? It depends.
Yes. So I can do it when it's related to, I don't know, Montmartre area visit, for example, because I like showing around for a walking tour. But I also work with many excellent tour guides. One is specialized in museum. Another one is specialized in running, as I said earlier. I have a tour guide for history in Normandy. She's very knowledgeable for the D-Day beaches, you know.
Yes.
So it depends. I love seeing my clients, so at least I will meet them
right
for their arrival in town and for the ceremony if they booked it with me. And I can also offer neighborhood walking tours myself.
What is your best memory from any wedding, any elopement, something that you remember was really amazing for you?
I organized a proposal for a Canadian couple. They were originally from India. The groom wanted to have the most perfect view on the Eiffel Tower, and he didn't want to be outside.
Oh,
So it meant that I had to book a private venue for him, and the proposal happened in a suite in one of the most beautiful palace in Paris, the Shangri-La.
oh, beautiful.
He took his future wife, saying, let's visit this hotel. I heard their bar is amazing.
Right.
And when they both arrive in the suite with a beautiful terrace, then Margot, a very talented singer,
Who's been previously on the show.
Oh yes, she's great. She sang for them. We also had a nice photographer taking picture of that.
Amazing.
And then a part of their family just show up.
Oh,
So from India and Canada. So everybody was gathered in this terrace, and I was really moved because the bride was so touched, and everything went perfectly with Margot voice. Well, it was nice and very simple, and at the same time very elegant and moving.
That's a really chilling moment. It's really beautiful. I imagine how emotional it was for all of you. What do you think that it takes, the unique skills that it takes to help you to become successful in your industry?
Organization is a key because I know how important their honeymoon or their proposal is. I lived it myself. We don't want to have any problem. So everything has to be scheduled minute per minute. And I think I have this skill to get everything ready. I check everything 10 times before my clients arrive. That I would say that the organization is key. And you cannot make any mistake. You cannot, book a chauffeur and a cab at the wrong time. I pay attention to every detail so that the groom and brides, they can enjoy their time in France.
Attention to detail, I think it's one of the most important thing when it comes to an important wedding, important elopement, or just even a private tour in Paris. Marie, thank you so much for taking the time to speak to me today. Do you have something to say to our audience, something that you want to give them in case they're booking your service?
I was thinking that if a couple book my service, thanks to you, Naïm, and thanks to this podcast, I can offer them a champagne bottle in the Lutetia, which is one of my favorite places in Paris.
One of the greatest palaces in Paris, the Lutetia, for those who don't know.
So champagne is 100% French, and I'm sure they would love to be just the two of them in this beautiful bar and drink responsibly to their love in this place.
Drink responsibly, but drink champagne, guys. Okay. Thank you so much, Marie, for being here with us today. And I will put in the show notes the website, thefrenchtravel.com. And I will see you soon. Thank you so much, Marie.
Yeah, thanks for organizing this podcast. It's really useful.
It's my pleasure. Thanks to everyone running it.
Merci, thanks.
Hey guys, thanks again for listening to the show today. You can find more information on our guests in the show notes, as well as my contact and my website. If you have any questions regarding your French wedding, I'm happy to help. Also, please do not hesitate to leave a review for the show. There's also a link for that. That will literally take 1 minute of your precious time and will mean the world to me. I always appreciate your support. Thank you again very much for your time and feedback. Wishing you a great day or a great night anywhere you are in the world. I send you some good vibrations and we'll talk to you again soon for a new episode. Bye bye.